TSMC, customer hot paling besar dia AMD. Memang tahu ke tak? PS5 AMD. Xbox hot baru AMD. Processor AMD.
Tidak, memang AMD konsol.
Memang? Processor AMD lah kau.
Daripada dulu lagi masa AMD.
Okey. Apa khabar semua? Kita stream sekejap.
Kita buka tengok stream.
Stream AMD event RX 6000 series launch Streamlab Bangang edition. Okay, let's get it.
Streamlab Bangang edition.
Dia jadi bengong Streamlab. Kau tak payah. Kita tengok lah. Dia jadi drop frame lah. Tak ada tukar setting ke apa pun. Baru jadi. Okay lah. Tengok.
Hey.
Ya.
Dia sebab kau tu.
Sebab GP.
Tu.
Okay, beres. Let's get it.
Saya beli
Kita kasih jalan je. Okay. Kita tengok. Macam mana padu tak padu. Pergi tak pergi.
Camping belakang.
Bagi solo.
Domination. Camping. Oh, Allah dia ni C4.
Kali tam AMD buat tu boleh beat lagi. Kalau ambil masa nak driver dia itu. Kalau kata driver dia kau padu kat kau ning kan. Jadi dia.
Thank you.
Welcome everyone.
For the like.
Thank you all for joining us today for this second half of our next-gen PC platform launch. I loved seeing all of your excitement when we introduced the Ryzen 5000 series a few weeks ago. It was actually the most watched launch video in AMD history. And I must say, we're very proud of what Zen 3 brings to gamers. But today is all about Big Navi. I'm really excited to show you the new RDNA 2 architecture and our full stack of Radeon RX 6000 series products. As you know, we brought the first generation of RDNA architecture to market in 2019 with the Radeon RX 5700 XT. And with the combined launch of the 5700 XT and the Ryzen 3000 series, AMD became the first company to introduce a high-performance CPU and GPU.
Rizal. Selamat datang Rizal.
A winning combination of computing and gaming performance,
Dia
including CPU
tak tahu lagi
and
dia
GPU of
support
the
ke tak
year
ray tracing. Baru
2019
tengok.
from PC Gamer.
Stupid camper
Now,
lah.
2020 is really
Ada.
the year of the
Tapi
gamer.
performance tidak support
I know
Nvidia
many
lah.
of you can't wait to get your hands on the next-gen consoles. Whether it's the Microsoft
Kau
Xbox
baca tak?
Series X
Dia
and Series
dia
S
support
or the
racing
Sony
dengan direct
PlayStation
atau
5,
Apple pun.
we are so proud that AMD is enabling these incredible
Steady.
Biasa lah kau
experiences. Which is why we like to say that AMD is where gaming begins. Now, earlier this month, I showed you our new AMD Ryzen 5000 series, the world's best gaming processor. Our next-gen Ryzen processor combines absolute performance leadership in single-threaded performance, gaming, and creative workloads with leadership performance per watt. And for millions of you, it's a drop-in upgrade to your existing AM4 motherboard. Now, as successful as we've been with Ryzen, many of you have asked us to compete at the highest end of gaming GPUs as well. And today, we're ready to show you exactly what we've been working on. I'm so excited to show you the Radeon RX 6000 series. Absolutely the most powerful gaming GPU we've ever built. I think you'll be pretty pleased with what you see. I often talk about the fact that we're on a journey. And we are on a journey. Just like with our Zen CPU architecture, we're on a multi-year journey in GPUs with our RDNA.
Dah dapat bro ni punya blueprint buat seorang ke Faiz?
And our first-gen RDNA products delivered 50% better performance per watt over our GCN architecture. We wanted to take another big step with RDNA, another 50% generation improvement per watt. And with RDNA 2, we also set the very ambitious goal to deliver leadership gaming performance. And now I'm very happy to show you for the first time, Big Navi. This is the chip at the heart of our
AMD
high-end Radeon
ada.
RX 6000 series. 26.8 billion transistors built with leading-edge 7nm process technology. Big Navi is our first product powered by RDNA 2. We have made incredible
Wah,
progress
sedap
on the
dia
architectural
dia waktu
front.
big benchmark
And
masa
now
dia.
let me turn it over to AMD fellow
Eh.
Laura Smith to give you more details on the architecture.
Nvidia koyak saja ya. Dia tak tu big benchmark.
Thank you,
Lepas tu
Lisa.
kan,
Our graphics
Sikit
architecture
temper
roadmap
dah.
has a
Macam
clear
double-
goal.
double
Gaming
performance.
leadership
Jadi
across the
start kan.
ecosystem. The GCN was a great
Stream.
architecture, but we knew we
Bodoh
needed
tu
to
lah.
rethink graphics and build the best
apa benda?
engine for the future. We wanted to build a
Lab.
set of technologies that game developers could use across all platforms. The first major step was RDNA, introduced last year. RDNA was a new architecture and used a 7nm
Ya
process
Allah, yang
node,
aku
which helped
camper
us with the
bodoh
large
ni.
initial gains. We committed to you that our engineers had plans in the works for
Dia Tina ni
RDNA
CEO
2,
deh.
and we would be back
Lisa
quickly with
Su.
another significant
Ah,
improvement. By
CEO.
combining our
Ah.
expertise in CPU design, deep gaming history, and
Kashmir
broad
offside.
ecosystem partnerships, RDNA 2 is built to be the gaming architecture for all gamers across console, PC, and beyond. We had some very ambitious goals with RDNA 2. Significantly higher performance, 50% improvement in performance per watt, and new hardware features. Individually, each of these goals is challenging.
Okey lah tu,
When
tengok tu.
combined, they
Boleh-
become
boleh
extremely
faham tak?
difficult.
Apa ni,
Because as you push
putus-putus tu.
performance, a natural side effect is more power. New features
Masalah betul
also
stream
mean
lab
more
ni kan.
computation,
Tengah gaming okey pula,
further
kita nak
challenging
stream
both speed and power metrics.
tengok video jadi
For
macam ni pula.
RDNA 2, we made significant gains in all these areas.
Drop
The
lagi ah.
compute unit
Oh,
is
drop
the
frame tak
core
payah
of the
kau stream lab ni.
architecture.
Dia kena
We
pakai.
advanced all
Kena try
aspects
OBS
of the
pula nanti.
compute unit design, leveraging techniques first developed in CPUs. We deployed pervasive fine-grained clock
Tak
gating,
isi lah ada kata.
reimagined the
Buat dengan
pipeline
player
to
tu, sungguh-sungguh dia
aggressively
buat.
maximize performance while minimizing
Oh,
data
player mana ni?
In
Dalam Discord eh?
combination, these elements made the compute units 30% more energy efficient, allowing them to be pushed faster. Gaming at 4K requires more data to be brought
Infinity
into the chip.
Cache.
The amount of data more than
Ah,
doubles as
sebab
we move from 1440p
Dia tak pakai
to 4K.
GDDR6X
The more efficient
macam
the memory subsystem is,
Nvidia.
the
Jadi
higher fidelity the images are,
dia guna
and the more
Infinity
you can
Cache
push the frame rates. We took
untuk
a new
counter
approach
balik.
to solving this technical challenge for
128
gaming and
megabyte rasa.
deployed a graphics
Infinity
optimized
cache tu.
high density, high speed cache based on the Zen L3 cache. We call this the Infinity Cache. The Infinity Cache minimizes DRAM bottlenecks,
Ah,
latencies, and
Kalau
power
power
consumption.
memang best lah
Our
Faiz.
specialized Infinity
Kita.
Cache combined with a
Kan, dia akan fight harga
256-bit G6
dengan
interface
Nvidia.
delivers
Nvidia
more
pun
than
fight juga.
twice
Jadi
the
kita boleh
effective
pilih
bandwidth
yang mana
of a
murah,
traditional
berbalik dengan
384-bit
performance kita beli.
G6 solution
Dah
and
keluar
a lower
tu
power
AMD Faiz,
consumption.
alhamdulillah lah
High
saya dapat
frequency
mampu
is
beli
important for gaming
1.5% Ti.
performance. RDNA 2 is built with custom libraries and high-speed design flows, maximizing frequency in 7nm. With RDNA 2, our
Tak faham
silicon
kenapa
design
jadi-
and architectural improvements, we are able to deliver 30% faster frequencies in the same 7nm process node. Pulling all this together, the RDNA 2
CPU okey,
architecture
memory
beats
okey.
our
Kita
aggressive
tengok je lah.
performance per watt
Kau main
goal,
game kan nak laju-laju.
achieving 54%. With RDNA
Yang
2,
sambil
we
borak.
also focused on bringing new
Rizal ada lagi ke tu Rizal?
into the architecture. We partner closely with Microsoft on
Ah, tu
DirectX
direct
12
tracing.
ultimate features including
DirectX. Oh, dia tak guna
DirectX ray
core
tracing,
lah. Dia guna
variable
ray-
rate
DirectX je.
and sampler
Patut
feedback.
Nvidia
RDNA
apa
2 will
Tensor
also support
apa
Microsoft Direct Storage API.
Hmm.
We're excited about this new API.
Buat tensor core,
that
buat
will
duit lebih
enhance
boleh
gaming
cah lebih.
experience by
Untuk
significantly
ray tracing tu.
reducing game asset load times for large SSDs. We compared the performance of RDNA 2 to our prior generation. And when we put it all together, on average,
ada orang panah
RDNA
dia dari
2 delivers
PCGC.
double the performance.
Weh, kita tengok balik graf tu tadi.
RDNA
Oh ni previous generation. Dia ada ni lagi. Dia tunjuk sekali dengan RTX punya ni.
and
Compare.
with great power efficiency. We are so proud of what we've
Gabo.
accomplished with
Media
RDNA 2,
comparison dia
and we are
dengan
not stopping. The team
Boleh
is
layan lah, Faiz. Tak
executing
ada
the
hal lah.
plan. RDNA
Kau nak
2 is
restream balik,
here,
tak ada
and
hal.
the
Boleh
RDNA
restream
3
balik.
team is well into execution. Let me welcome Scott Herkelman to show RDNA 2 in our new RX 6000 series products.
Hey, thank you for the like, brother. Okay, tak ada hal. Boleh tengok ya. Apalah. Streamlabs bangang berapa kali dia stream? 3 kali lah. Dia jadi bangang. Ni. Ya, kepala botak ah. Ni saya mesti kurus ni. Ni mungkin dia pangkat saja meja atas sikit. Dari stream pasal stream dari stream pas tu lalu stream lag sikit lah. Nanti biar dia repeat tengok. Okay, tak ada hal. Thank you. Layan je kan sambil-sambil borak kan. Oh, player Cina guys. Cina laju dia buat lah. Player daripada China tu. Dia memang bersungguh buat. Tu 128 Infinity Cache untuk counter dia punya slower speed memory yang dia guna.
The 6800 XT will also feature 128 megabytes of Infinity Cache that is power efficient while driving the bandwidth needed for high resolution.
2250 Nvidia nak hit 2000 tu pun dia punya wattage gila kot. Sampai 300 dekat 400 watt dia nak hit 2000 MHz tu. Tapi AMD relax macam tu.
The 6800 XT not only delivers on 4K 60 frames per second, but in most cases it overperforms. We've been maxing out all the settings in games like Battlefield 5, Borderlands 3, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and the performance has just been awesome to experience. Let's take a look at how
dia
the
delay
6800 XT
banyak sikit lah stream saya ni sebab frame drop kan.
Here we compare their best API scores to our best API.
Tengok tu. 320 watt. 320 watt tu tak sampai 2 pun. Dia punya ni tak sampai 2 GHz pun. 2 MHz apa 2000 MHz tak. Dia punya clock. Tapi 300 watt RX 6800 sampai 2000 lebih. Ni tengok.
2K pun tak banyak dah ni.
Gila ni bro. Murah lagi daripada RTX baru.
Best versus the best. And as you can see, the 6800 XT trades blows and has some significant wins across a variety of titles. And it does all of this at less power consumption than the competition.
Dia sama ada on par dengan 3080 ataupun dia lebih. Okay, tak ada hal.
Over the last several years, more and more gamers have adopted 1440p monitors.
Tengok Battlefield tu. Beza tu.
Display of choice. Here are the same games we showed.
Battlefield ni biasanya dia favor Nvidia ni tak silap. Tak, Battlefield tak?
Battlefield berat Nvidia.
Dia favor pada Nvidia tapi kali ni dia favor tak favor kecap.
Shadow tu ya, Tomb Raider ya.
Ada semua. Selamat datang semua. Sorry lah. Stream ni lagging sikit sebab Streamlabs mungkin dia terkejut sangat. Dia terkejut dengan performance AMD sampai dia jadi bangang. Streamlabs jadi gila sebab terkejut dengan launch AMD kali ni.
More performance we are delivering with two very cool features. The first is a one-click overclocking button we've built into our Radeon software package that we call Rage Mode. Now, Rage Mode automatically takes advantage of the overclocking headroom built into
one-click
your GPU
overclocking
to give you every bit of performance it has to offer. And the second is made possible because of the fact that only AMD can deliver both high-performance processors and high-performance GPUs. We call this new feature AMD Smart Access Memory. AMD Smart Access Memory unlocks the greater amount of high-speed memory from the AMD Radeon RX 6000 series
AMD kali ni dia tak buat hype langsung. Cuma leak sahaja. Belum ni dia hype dengan Twitter CEO dia lah apalah. Kan? Dia punya hype, dia build hype orang dia sendiri. Kali ni tak.
When you combine
Harap-harap ada
AMD
stok
Smart
lah.
Access
Tu
Memory with the one-click overclocking of Rage Mode, you'll get a boost in performance in many
Yang kita tengok ni 6%, 2%, 13%, 8% semua naik.
of the games you love. We're seeing up to a 13% performance increase. And that's before game developers begin to optimize for this new capability. Now, we know a lot of you absolutely love frames per second performance just like us. However, we can also improve the game experience by reducing latency. The differences of milliseconds of latency in a competitive game can be the difference between a major win and a major loss. Last year, we pushed the industry to recognize there was a better way to provide competitive gamers with less latency from mouse click to the screen, giving competitive gamers who own the RX 5000 series a serious leg up on their competition. Today, we are pushing the boundaries again and further reducing latency in competitive games for even better results. Combining the latest implementation of Radeon anti-lag with the FreeSync monitor can reduce lag in your DX9 and in your DX11 games. In Fortnite, for example, gamers can realize up to 8 milliseconds of latency reduction by simply enabling this feature in Radeon software. More recently, we introduced Radeon Boost, a unique feature that's a step beyond anti-lag. For select games, Radeon Boost offers dynamic resolution in response to your mouse or controller inputs, leading to higher frame rates and, as a result, quicker responses to your input. Both Radeon Anti-Lag and Radeon Boost can be enabled via the Radeon software that comes with your graphics cards, and neither of them require a proprietary API or a game integration to provide latency-reducing benefits. As you can see, the combination of these technologies can contribute up to 37% latency reduction in highly competitive games like Fortnite running at 4K. Now, performance is king, but let's talk for a minute about how we are improving the visual experience as well. With full hardware support for DX12 Ultimate, the Radeon RX 6000 series is ready to enable ray tracing and variable rate shading in upcoming titles. We've also expanded our library of Fidelity FX features to work hand in hand with ray tracing, compute, and shader effects to enable the higher level of visual fidelity while ensuring high frame rates. For DX12 Ultimate, we've added an optimized denoiser for ray tracing effects and a variable rate shading algorithm that can adapt image quality based upon luminance and motion. We've also added a suite of compute-based effects to be used alongside ray tracing, like optimized screen space reflections and an optimized ambient occlusion. We're always looking to help developers with new initiatives and are already working on a super resolution feature to give gamers an option for more performance when using ray tracing. As of today, our AMD Fidelity FX supported games list has grown to 35 titles using a variety of our features. So let's take a look at some of these new features in an upcoming game with never before seen footage from Counterplay Studios and their fantastic game, Godfall. Godfall is a brand new third-person perspective, next-generation looter slasher that challenges gamers to engage in high-impact melee
Power
combat
AMD boleh
as they
consider
hunt for loot,
RTX dengan
equip
AMD. Ha tu
legendary
lah power
armor,
tu.
and defeat vicious
Rizal.
enemies.
Sekejap
Leveraging the latest
Kau tengok
DirectX 12
harga.
Ultimate
harga
API,
murah lagi.
Godfall features DirectX ray tracing, variable rate shading, and supports Fidelity FX CAS to deliver incredible levels of stunning fidelity. I personally can't wait to play this game, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Now, let's hear from a few more of our game developer partners about the work they've done with us on RDNA 2 and what you can expect in their games coming soon.
Oh, wow.
I'm here to talk about Far Cry 6 and some of the new technologies we've been collaborating with AMD on to make our game the most immersive and beautiful Far Cry ever. We've been working together to take full advantage of the new Radeon RX 6000 series and RDNA 2 architecture for best possible experience. We've been very impressed by AMD's latest tech and joined forces to bring Fidelity FX CAS, DXR ray tracing, and variable rate shading to Far Cry 6.
We're using VRS Tier 2 to use compute shader to generate a control texture, which analyzes the luminance and gives us control at an 8x8 tile level as to what shader rate we're going to be using. This enables us to render much more quickly,
Ini power
keep the
ni.
same quality level.
Ming ke catch tu?
Yeah.
We're excited to team up with great partners like AMD to bring some new features to World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is built on a custom engine using the DirectX 12 Ultimate API. Another great feature on the RX 6000 is DXR ray tracing. Here you can see ray tracing evident in how the shadows are interacting with the character. What you're seeing involves incredibly complex computations on the RX 6000. This is a level of realism that hasn't been possible until recently.
November 18.
Oh, ni game-game tak menarik ni, kita skip lah. Apa benda Rift Breaker ni, tak main ni.
Over the next few weeks, developers of these incredible games will show never-before-seen gameplay with gorgeous graphics that use a combination of ray tracing and fidelity effects running on the Radeon RX 6000 series graphics cards.
What, Ming?
Be sure to check out AMD.com starting tomorrow to see more. I'm happy to announce that the Radeon RX 6800 XT will be available on November 18th, starting at $649. But we are not done yet.
AMD nak counter macam mana ni kali ni?
Announcing the Radeon RX 6800 with 60 compute units, a 1.815 gigahertz game clock with a boost clock of over 2.1 gigahertz. It will feature the same 128 megabytes of Infinity Cache and be available with 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory.
Total board power 250 watt. Oh, memang power lah.
Ui, Battlefield, bang.
Kalau 3080